welcome everyone for a final time to the big puzzle competition. It is the finale, and for that we have a very special map here as well after the black screen is over. This is the map that we will be watching today. I am once again going in blind. I do not know what the people cooked, what kind of times we will be looking at today, but what I do know is that this final map is going to be very exciting. First of all, we are starting like this in a falling state, in basically landing like this on the wall, or falling down in the wall. Then we have one checkpoint below the start, multiple checkpoints on the outskirts, especially some really interesting ones. We have a water checkpoint, we have this weird wood checkpoint here as well, an ice checkpoint, another wood checkpoint right here, and then the flag, which how I would like to call it, which I think is interesting. And especially, what is going to be interesting is we included bumpers this time. So you can see the finish is on the other side of the map. It's all the way out here with a bumper in front of it as well. What you might have seen in the distance already is this. If you don't know what this is, well, let me show you. This block right here, if you touch it, this is what happens. We included for the first time a nah bumper, which gives you 1000 speed, max speed, and you fly from one side of the map to the other. So the maybe a little bit clueless idea of this is, well, you can finish from this side or from this side, you know. Like from here you can just finish, like drive into the finish. From this side, you just need to drive onto the nah bumper and it flings you straight into the finish, right? But maybe there's more possible. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe there's more possible with it. For the current standings, we can take a look at the spreadsheet right here. It might be a bit bright. I'm sorry for that. But here we can see LD currently is in the lead with 62 points. But David H. only 9 points behind him. So if David H. gets, you know, like a win, which is definitely possible for David H. And here, LD doesn't score as well as him, there could be a change for the lead. Behind them, they are guaranteed 1 and 2. Behind them, there's a serious fight going on for the third place. Shorty with 33 points, Stratos with 30, Tenchi also with 30, and then Smithy 26, Dexter 23, Imperator, Marius as well here on the top 10, also still decently close, in theory in range, but it's going to be hard for them. But yeah, gonna be exciting to see who will take it here. But now, without any further ado, let us hop into the first replay. And here it is. Watching. And it is the first replay. It's 534 seconds long by Deef Code. Once again, what is this? So he drops down, and I believe it's another one block solution. Yes, so he starts off here on the plastic, and then what is he doing? He goes around like this, and he plays the quarter pipe. Okay. To then fly into this checkpoint first. That was close. That was close. Then he goes around again. Wait, did he miss it? He missed the quarter pipe. He's going again. Wait. He missed it. Okay, then he flies in here into the ice block. Okay, yeah, very exciting. Yeah, then jumps into the flag. Cool stuff. That's a nice one, this flight here. So he's getting a lot of checkpoints here at the very start. Why then is this replay so long? Why is it so long? Well, let's take a look. First of all, he has to land now in the water. Gets it. And now interesting, right here, that might be interesting for later, the standing respawn from the water block is underneath the water. So now he has, I believe, all of the checkpoints. So what is he doing now? Flies onto the bumper and then has to hope that he lands in the finish. Oh god. Yeah. Where were we flying here? What just happened here? Wait a second, I want to watch this. What is happening? He bumps? Bounces there outside of the stadium? Yeah, okay. Sure, okay, let's take a look now when he actually finishes. Okay, this is the final attempt here. Let's take a look. After 8 minutes of trying, he found out, oh, you can just jump into it. You didn't need the bumper at all. Amazing run. Fantastic. Wow. Incredible run right here. Okay, that was the first one by Deefcore. Let's take a look at the next one now. As I said again, I don't know any of them, and we're starting with the next one by Yumi. Now, is this a press forward? I have suspicions that this might... It is not press forward, it's press backwards, never mind. It is press backwards. Oh god, what is going on here? Okay, press backwards, turtle. What is that grip? That doesn't make any sense. Into bumper. Oh my god, that was a sick bounce, not gonna lie. Drop down here, but now what? How would you ever get out of this? Oh, another bumper. Of course. Oh no, the bumper is so powerful. We will see later, I guess, as well. Onto the bumper here again. Where are you flying now? What is that? Wait, I want to see that again. What is that bounce? Wait, that's sick. What is that? Okay, so you go into this and then bounce on that all the way up here. Okay, that's kind of cool. Then out of this into another bumper here, but you don't want to get to the finish yet. Another bumper. This doesn't have any force, by the way, this bumper. This doesn't bounce you forwards, this bumper. So that one is very safe in a way. You can't speed boost from it. The other one you definitely can speed boost from though. Okay, now actually gets this checkpoint from underneath. That is an interesting thing as well about that checkpoint I can show once. This checkpoint, we built it in a way that you can go through it on the top, but also through the bottom as well. And I'm interested to see if people will use that. And then down here and one last time into the bumper, I guess. Yes. Into the bumper here. I think you have all of the checkpoints. Why are we a space shuttle? Where are we going? My planet needs me, apparently. Yeah, falling back down into this. Oh, no, you missed the flag. Yeah, that was definitely the most optimal way to get to the flag. Definitely. I agree with you. That's definitely the most optimal way. Gets the checkpoint now. Okay. And then back here. And then one last time on the bumper. And flying up there again. That's a reuse. Honestly, that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool to reuse that. And then land here. This time landing on this platform. Jumping out here. Wait, are you landing on the scenery? Oh, never mind. Oh, you do land on the scenery. You do actually land on the scenery, on the scenery, then bounce down. And another backwards turtle into the finish. Congrats. You just finished in 2 minutes and 24 seconds. I did give a lot of blocks, to be honest. I definitely did give a lot of blocks. Oh my god. Okay, well, let's take a look now at the next one. From 144 seconds, we go to 72 seconds. There's no way it's another press backwards run. What are you guys doing? Focus! This is a competition. Why is there another press back? Okay, that was kind of clean though, not gonna lie. That was kind of clean. This is a competition where you're supposed to go fast, by the way. What is this? Another... Why are they pressed backwards? Was there no way to start forwards? There must have been, no? There must have been a way to start forwards. So why are you going backwards? Both of them. Or maybe there is more. I don't know. Okay, into this again. Into another water section. That is interesting. We might see that later. There was something very clever there that I added on purpose, and I think we will see it later, where I can probably explain it better. There is something... Oh, that's a nice bounce. Very clever in this route. There's a lot of interesting strats that will be possible in this puzzle in general. That we will see later, I believe. Yeah, through this booster here again. I gave 2 boosters, by the way, as well. But I think now you just drive up here, right? Yeah, just drive up into the finish. And there you go. 1 minute 12. We halved the previous time. Let's see if we will halve it again with the next one. Which is, by Doomy, it's a 69. But apparently it is... This is another press forward. Okay, you get the water checkpoint first. Wait, are you climbing out? Press forward out of the water pool? Oh my god, you are. Dude, I can't even do that when I have inputs. And you just do it press forward. Honestly, that's a little bit of an insult to me. Not gonna lie. I always struggle getting out of there and he does it press forward. Fantastic. Okay, through there. That makes a lot more sense now. If you're trying to go fast. Then through here. That anti-boost is really clever. That's a cool idea. On ice, that's really clever. So you go through here, but you would have crashed somewhere there, right? So to reorientate yourself, you get the booster and you go backwards a little bit and then forwards again. That's a cool idea. What is happening? How did you stay on the road? Okay, then down here, barely grabs the checkpoint trigger. And then around here, just hugging the wall, it looks like. Then into this checkpoint here. And then just to the finish here, and we'll finish. You get a bumper. Wait, what is happening? That was kind of sick, not gonna lie. Okay, maybe not the fastest solution, but a really wicked solution here then. This works. You actually get a bump from this when you go across like that. And then look at this, like, holy shit, that's sick. Honestly, that was sick. And then another grind there, and then down. Okay, cool. Well, let's see if we can find any faster ones now. Okay, from this one, that was 69 seconds. Let's see what the next one is going to be. And it is unknown. What am I even looking at? Why are you driving with a hot dog stand? Why? Trackmania in 2025, ladies and gentlemen. It is faster though, and it's actually, finally, a run. 38 seconds. Our first proper run with inputs. Even though you can't really see the map too well. Driving up here. Definitely not the most optimal route so far. Just trying to gather all of the checkpoints. There's no way you fit through there with that hitbox. Up here. To that checkpoint. Definitely not the most optimal. The thing is, you can't really see how optimal it is because he's driving with a hot dog stand. And then drop down here. And fly, and there we go. Okay. So he is doing one thing that I was thinking that might, which might be useful. And that is that if you're gonna finish from here with this bumper already, normally with a bumper, like if you jump normally here, you would bounce above that, right? But if you have a platform here that pulls you down, you can actually take that middle checkpoint on the way. You know, you basically get it for free. This checkpoint on the bottom. Right here, bounces and then goes through. So he gets the checkpoint at the very bottom there. Definitely not the most optimal sweats for the other checkpoints, but that was pretty nice. Let's see if we will see that more often. Or if maybe it's not worth it at all. Maybe you just want to ignore the bumper. Let's see, from 38 seconds we go now to 23. Okay, now we are in proper fast territory, I think. So starting off, for the landing actually goes around at the start. This one here by Executor. Goes down there, had really good grip to be honest. Through this, now, he finds the dirt. Okay, he finds the dirt strat, okay. And then through here and multiple plastic bounces, bounce again into the finish. Okay, now we're getting serious. Now we're starting. Okay, so this is a thing that a lot of people would do probably, and that is obviously a circle around these. I positioned 5 of the checkpoints. This one, the water checkpoint, and the flag. 5 of them are in a circle basically around the start. So a lot of people will probably drive a circle like this. And the question is like, where do you start it? Where do you start the circle ideally? And he decided, let's just land as early as possible from the start. Turn around immediately, get the booster. And then also this wood combination through here is really clean to be honest. So yeah, that we will probably see very often. Also this platform mixed into that section there was really clever. And then this is important. There is a reason why I gave this dirt block, and it was specifically because of this water. So this dirt block here fits perfectly inside of this checkpoint where you can go below and then get rid of the wet wheels again. Now, is that gonna be actually the most optimal strat? I don't know. We'll see. But that is why I gave that block. Then you go through here, just drive through the flag. And then again, exactly as we saw earlier, we can slow it down as well. Bounces here, bounces down, gets the checkpoint in the middle, and then into the finish. Nice stuff. Next one now. Run number 7. Let's take a look. It's going to be mega artery with only a couple tenths faster actually. Only a couple tenths faster here. So gets that checkpoint first, goes to the bottom, then drive up here, just driving through the water now, gets the dirt now, okay. Gets the dirt there to slow down, interesting. Then around here, through the wood, and then again bounces, but this time straight into the finish. Okay, that's cool. So this is interesting, this bounce there into a looping downwards? I did not expect people to do that. Then through that checkpoint there as well, water tires over the dirt to get rid of the wet wheels. Honestly, quite a bit of clever stuff here. Also this wood checkpoint there again, very efficient to be honest. Nice stuff by Megatri. Cool stuff. Also, Joseph, thank you for a resub as well. Let's take a look at the next one now. It's by Meepak. I can also definitely say we have quite a bit less submissions this time. Of course, I think the map was very difficult, but also as it's the final, I think a lot of people who were doing decent but now dropped out of the running for top 5 didn't submit this time. So yeah, it's quite a bit less submissions, but therefore I think it's going to be a lot more fun to watch here. So he actually gets the bottom checkpoint first. Then also finds the dirt thread here, yes. Then onto wood. Jump across here. Very important that he had the dirt there, because otherwise wet wood would have been very slow. Then just jump across here. Pretty slow in these sections. It seems like the map is pretty hard to keep speed on. And then just drive to the finish. You know, the thing is with this bumper, like if you just think about it, how long does it take to get from here to the finish? Like that is still like 2 seconds that you spent on getting from the start to the finish, or from the bumper to the finish. So avoiding those and just driving there instantly can be useful. This is another PB at 22.8, 1/10 faster than the previous one. This landing here, of course, very difficult. 44 submissions, it's less than that. It is, I think, somewhere around 30 submissions this time. Somewhere around there. I'm not sure about the exact number, but around that number, I think. But yeah, cool stuff there at the finish. Okay, next one. After Meepak, we have... Let's see, the next one is by Domino Marama and another 1/8 of a second faster. Ooh, that's an interesting strat. Starts off with the plastic block blocked into or mixed into the start. Then jump up here, through the checkpoint again. A lot of people placing blocks through that checkpoint there. Up, through the plastic, onto wood. And then just go to the finish again. It's that easy, just drive to the finish. But yeah, this is an interesting start. So, the start, by the way, it was placed specifically so that you couldn't land clean in a quarter pipe. You can see basically here. If you imagine like landing in a quarter pipe, that would make a lot of sense. But it is offset a little bit. So you would like fall down here, something, you know, and it would lose a lot of time. But because of that, just start on the block, you know, and bounce like that. Pretty clean stuff, and then just drive around here, get this checkpoint first. A very simple circle here that he's driving, but it does make a lot of sense, especially the ending is really clean. Like, basically doesn't interact with the checkpoint at all, just gets it on the side like that, and then the bumper here also coming in clutch for the finish. Nice stuff here as well. Let's take a look at the next one now. Run number 10. And it is Funny Pills with a 20.6. We're getting closer to a sub 20 time. Ooh, starts immediately here at the start into a dirt outside. Then, ooh, wall right here. Wait, that's cool. Bug slide there over the dirt. And then get the checkpoint at the bottom. And then bumper into the finish. That's a cool idea. So yeah, starts off with the dirt outside to get through that. Really clean transitions here, to be honest, with the booster across, wood as well. And then just wall right here, gets the checkpoint from the side. Like, not interacting at all with the wood this time. Like, even less than the previous one by Domino Morama. That's the thing, of course. The sides of the checkpoint here are open. So you can completely ignore the wood. And then also I gave wood this, or I gave water this time. So actually using a water bounce into wet plastic. All of that is not placed in the map. He actually just decided that the most efficient way would be to do a water bounce into a plastic bug slide. Honestly, that's nice. That is pretty cool to see. I love that there are so many different approaches to this already, and I think there's going to be more. This is definitely the most efficient way. Definitely. But apparently somebody found an even more efficient way, which is going to be the next run from the 20.6. We are now at the sub. 19.998 by Hampton. Let's take a look. What does Hampton do? Okay, drops down to the start. Clean landing. That's the cleanest landing we've seen so far. Barely gets the water there. Jump across onto the wood. This is really clean so far, to be honest. Then jump across here. And then backside. Nah, he just takes the bounce. Oh, that's a lot. That's really clever. Wait, this is really good. Wait. This is really clean. This one. There's no like funky shenanigans. Wait, he blocked off the bumper. Kind of with the scenery. That's kind of funny. But yeah, the start makes a lot of sense. Like you just drop down and you land in this, you know, like this is your quarter pipe landing into the checkpoint. Very simple, but honestly efficient. Also, I love this landing here. Like this transition out of the black platform down into a downhill on dirt. That's clean. How is this one so slow? I'm surprised. This looks really clean. Like really, really clean. Also jumping across here. Then the plastic bounce, keeping good speed. Another booster here over wood transitions. Looks really close, really clean. But yeah, that's a 90.998. The first sub 20 that we have seen so far. But definitely not the last. We go to the next one. It's number 12, and it's going to be by iTwitch. And going another 1/10 of a second faster. What does iTwitch do? Apparently almost the same start. Goes the same rotation here as well. Okay, then jump across here onto this checkpoint. Keeps, I think, a little bit more speed there maybe, and now goes a lot more direct to the end. Similar ideas here, very similar ideas. I think I want to watch a comparison between the two here, actually. Let me get the run. Wait, what number were we on? Oh, that is actually correct. Let's go. Okay, Hampton versus iTwitch. So let's take a look. These are only 1/10 apart. So iTwitch start, we can see right here, is a little bit slower. But then I think has a decent landing here, and especially here will keep a lot more speed than Hampton. So we'll catch up now. Now goes way more inside here and is in front of Hampton. But Hampton does come back with a little bit more speed here. Has more speed, but goes higher up. And then it is not enough for him to overtake on the finish line. But cool stuff here, to be honest. Interesting ideas. Does not have red wheels here, by the way. Very important. Otherwise, that plastic part there would have been very slow. There are some interesting block usages and stuff. Also using the water at the end. Cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Okay, we haven't seen the bumper in a while. Let's see if that will change with the next one. And it is going to be by Nebula. And it's an 18.5. Wait! The last two were within 1/10? And now suddenly it's 1.5 seconds faster? Oh god. Okay, we're getting serious. And what are we looking at here? Did you do what I think you might have? Let's take a look. So you're dropping down here. And then you're staying inside of the block through there. And then you get out into wood here. Through the checkpoint, onto the platform. And then drop down and then take the water checkpoint at the end. Okay. You did not do what I was thinking of. There's one idea that I had that I added to this map that you did not do. But this is very interesting. So I think because you block mix blocks here in the start, you're basically falling down quicker. Because you're like falling through the ground here. So we can see here, maybe if we look at the car, as it's falling down. So right here, you see snapped a little bit down, snapped down again. And I think here another one. So you can see maybe from the side like this the best. Like you drop down faster like that, you know? You just, the fall gets reduced. We can also take a look at a comparison here again. These are different routes, of course, now. But if we take a comparison between the falls, between iTwitch and Nebula, let's take a look at how that looks like. So, Nebula and iTwitch, they both start here. Now they drop down, and Nebula is ahead. Okay, this is going too quick. 1:10 speed. So already ahead with the first one, then even more ahead with the second one. And then that is the difference. So basically gains 1 car length like that already at the start. But then the rest of the map was also interesting, of course. So drives up here with the booster. Small slide to get up like this. then gets finally out of the start. Then really interesting block usages here as well. Wood into this here, this kind of pavement, whatever, blocks here that are on the side. Those are on wood height, so can be very useful for that. And then just driving through the triangle here from the checkpoint, keeping a lot of speed. Honestly, pretty nice over the platform there as well. And also the ending here, the landing and this and stuff like that, really cool. I would agree with Nebula. I would definitely say that this one does look faster than the previous ones we watched. Nice run here, honestly. Nice run. How are we getting... How much faster are we getting, though? Because this... How was there a 1.5 second gap? I'm scared. Mom, please pick me up. I'm scared. How was there a 1.5 second gap just now? That's scary, to be honest. How much faster are we getting? Next one by Matt Sets. It's another second faster. Guys, we're just starting. I mean, we are in the top 20, I can tell you that much. But we're just starting here. How is it another second faster? What? There's like a 2.5 second gap of like only Nebula. There's only Nebula. What? Okay, what is the start? Okay, that's crazy. Starting on wood, drop down here onto another platform. Ignores that checkpoint there. Oh no. Oh no, I think what's coming. I think I know what's coming. Wait, never mind. Wait, when did you get that checkpoint? Huh? Wait, Medsets? When did you get that checkpoint there? Wait. Oh, wait. I did... So... He deleted the checkpoint. How did he do this? Wait. He deleted the checkpoint. And this one is also gone. Huh? Why is item checkpoints gone? Well, that run is doesn't work, unfortunately. Wait, I guess he accidentally deleted the checkpoints. I mean, that's not on purpose. Luckily, he's not in the top 10 or something. The thing is, David also told me he was helping me with collecting the runs. He did also tell me that Matset's run was missing 2 checkpoints. But why though? Like, there's no way this is intentional, right? There's no way this is intentional. But like, why? Where are the checkpoints? Why are they gone? Huh? I mean, yeah, that's definitely the most optimal way to just delete the checkpoints, but has to be troll? Nah, there's no way. I mean, at least it's oh, I just moved it there accidentally. That's weird. That's very weird. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, we go to the next one now. That was, well, it's not a 17.6. This is the real next one. And it is by Kaguya Nikki, and it is a 17.3. I believe that is only for Matsats though. I think that only happened to him. But yeah, like, did he not think like this looked a little bit odd as scenery? And also this? Like, did he not think that that looked weird or confusing? Okay, let's take a look at Kaguya Nikki's one now. Okay, drops down onto the wood here as well. Same idea as Matsats had. Then actually collects the checkpoint. Drop down here into dirt. Bug slide into the booster. Get this checkpoint, get that checkpoint here in the back. And then drop down into the bumper. Get the bottom checkpoint into the field. Okay, that's clean. That is a clean one. Damn, nice one. Yeah, I like this one. This is really good. This might be your best one or the best submission that you've done so far. I like this. This is cool. Very nice one. Yeah, bouncing down here, keeping so much speed at the end. But honestly, this landing here makes so much sense because, like, why waste all of this air time falling down when you can just, you know, drive straight to the checkpoint near you, you know? But yeah, also clips through the ground there a little bit. Gets the booster early here. Another wood part there onto the dirt. I guess here you might lose a little bit of speed with a bug slide, I assume. But that is also a hard part, coming out of the water. And then, yeah, really clean ending. Like, I want to see that once in slow motion. Like, this is really clean the way you got it. Yeah, slow-mo here, bounce down, and then just somehow keeping all of the speed. Actually getting a plastic bounce into the finish. Crazy run. Pretty cool. Spent a lot of time on that, but constantly improving was fun. Yeah, that looked like a fun route. Alright, next one after Kaguya Nikki, it is another 10th faster by Luboy, 17.2. Dropping down immediately into the checkpoint. I just gets it on the side, bro. Like, Oh my god, okay. Roof it there, that's clever. And then checkpoint and into the finish. Honestly, this route makes sense. It does make a lot of sense to not take the bumper. Okay, like honestly, I think I'm really happy about my balancing right now. Because I wanted to make it so that the bumper is gonna be good, but not overpowered. Like you can also do a really fast one without the bumper. And it's looking really good right now with the balancing. For now at least. Also, by the way, he found something that I was really looking forward to. So remember how I said that you start right here in a way that you crash against this. Like your car would hit this part here. You wouldn't land clean in the quarter pipe. Now I gave this giant ass block here, you know? And you might think, oh, that's just a useless block. Like, why would you give this block? Well, this block has this corner here. This thing here sticks out from the wall. And if we look at this, he gets pushed to the right like this and then actually lands smooth. I built or gave this giant ass block specifically for this wall that protrudes outwards a little bit. And as you can see right here, like these things, they are lined up. They're actually lined up. That's why I gave this giant block. And I was looking forward to see if people found that. And Luboy did. And I'm already very happy about that. We'll see if other people did as well. Also this year, just grab the checkpoint from the side. Just it's really clever. Nice to see that thread also being used. Then through the icy onto the dirt. Honestly, really smooth transition. Then plastic bonds there, roof it. Through the checkpoint here again. And then into the final checkpoint and just drives into the finish, you know? Cool stuff, 17.2, really clean. By a Luboy there. We're getting into very serious territory now, though. Next one is Rock Skater. From a 17.2, we're going to a 17.1.09. Let's take a look at a Rock Skater. What did he come up with? Now goes up here through the wood, then into these two checkpoints. Another booster part here. Over the wood again, into the checkpoint, drop down, it's the same thread, but just a little bit faster, and finish. So yeah, he did not find the thread that Luboy found, also going wider here, but then this section is so much quicker. Also, this is really clean. This, I think, screams for a comparison between Rock Skater and a Luboy. I wanna take a look at that if we can watch that. Here we go. So I believe probably at the start, Rock Skater is gonna lose a little bit against Luboy. Yeah, losing a lot. That's a second down there already. And then there, Luboy is already in the next checkpoint at this point. But then Rock Skater comes back. More speed here, over the wood here, saving good blocks. Then landing down here. Again, better landing. And then just on the finish line, gets him. Oh my god. That's honestly sick. That is sick how much there was still possible on that. Yeah, that's cool. With the booster here as well, that's really clean. Across the wood there also makes a lot of sense. This landing in the water. This route makes a lot of sense right now as the fastest route. We'll see if people will be able to do some bumper shenanigans. But honestly, that route makes a lot of sense. So far, we haven't seen any of the people in the top 10 so far, by the way. So that's going to be very important to focus on. Cube with the next one. A 16.9. Same route again. Going up here. Now through the checkpoint. Gets the booster there. Landing on top. Again using the wood here. And then also lands there. But it actually jumps out of it into the finish. Okay, that's cool. But drop down there onto a plastic block. That's interesting. Across with the wood. Doesn't use any boosters at the start. That's fascinating, to be honest. No boosters used at the start, then using them on the wood parts, of course. They're very useful. Yeah, clean run. Honestly, really clean run. Again, here at the very start, as I said previously, you have to place something in the start so that you can get a clean landing. And he decided to like glitch through here a little bit and then place this plastic block in here to get a little bit of a better, faster landing. Then across here, just jumps up, goes through this with the wood, and then yeah, just keeps good speed for the ending. Nice run there by a cube. All right. We're getting close to top 10, I think. Top 10 territory at this point. The next one is Penguin Slide with a huge improvement. 16.9 to a 16.5. Definitely the best result so far for Penguin Slide. Let's take a look. What does Penguin Slide have for us here? Starting off again on the platform, then plastic bounce. Drop down here over the dirt. That's interesting. Wow. Okay, that's a cool line. I think we are back to a bumper thread. Yeah, drop down here and then bump through the checkpoint and bounce into the finish. Oh, it's sick. Honestly, the start looks so cool, no? Like, starting like that and just turning to the right. I didn't know that that was possible. That's sick. And then the plastic bonds there also makes a lot of sense. I love this jump here. Like, that's so smooth. And jumping through this side to keep all of the momentum into that checkpoint makes a lot of sense. So many blocks mixed into this checkpoint here as well. Like, this is an ice checkpoint, by the way. You wouldn't be able to tell if you looked at this image right now. But this is supposed to be an ice checkpoint, where it goes through like that, gets another booster. Also actually uses this weird wood block that I gave as well. Like this from the sideways line to another sideways, to the bank to banked. Really cool to see that this is used. And then around here, through the checkpoint again, and then just drives down on these blocks. Also really clever. And then, of course, bumper, bounce again, and into the finish. Clean stuff. Clean stuff by Penguin Slide. Finally, another run with a bumper. That's good to see. Like, that's the question right now. Will the fastest time use the bumper or not? Because you have to definitely go out of your way to get there, you know. But when you get it, it is pretty fast. It is definitely very fast. But we will find out. Let's take a look now, though, at the next one. 20th one that we are looking at so far. It is by Pilosos with barely faster, 16.42. And he, I think, is back to the other route again. Oh, that's clean. Going up here over the wood, then just drive through that onto wood part there again. Just jump across. And down here, yeah, I was gonna ask, did he use any boosters yet? And I don't think he did. He saved all of the boosters for the end. And look at the start. This is what I was talking about. Look at how clean this block here... Okay, don't look at the flickering. Look at how clean these blocks line up. I just found that randomly while I was searching through blocks. And like, look at how close that is. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's beautiful, how clean this transition works. Like, you would never have that normally in a map. But yeah, then dropping down here, jump up, just keep the speed, you know, onto the wood. Also, this transition here from the black platform onto that is really clean. Then also there onto the wood part here, very clean stuff. And then tries to get the boosters here at the very end. And through the water, keep some speed, and into the finish. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Maybe hide replay selection soon. Yeah, I think I should do that right now, actually, indeed. Because it is getting scary now. We are very much close to the end. I think we might be in the top 10 now. And the next one is by Alex. 15.5. Oh boy. Okay. The last ones were very close to each other. The next one is a second faster. And just looking at the track from this angle, I think this is gonna be a fun one. Let's take a look. So, at the start, goes to the right immediately? What is that? Okay, into here. Oh no! Oh, he's doing it. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. There we go. He did the bumper in the middle and kept the speed. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be spicy if people figure this out and drive this fast. Holy shit. That's clean. That's a nice one. Holy shit. Yeah, it's a second faster than the previous one as well. But I think we're just starting into the top 10 right now. Oh boy. Okay, what is happening at the start here? Like, what is going on? So, he's starting normally right here, but because he's starting in this blocks, he's getting lift upwards? Why? Why would that happen? But that's interesting. Then goes to the right here, and then straight booster. Like, starts immediately in this booster here. Wait, aren't you normally... Isn't this normally centered? Oh my god! He's not centered because the booster is in the way. Oh my god, that's so clever. Oh my god. He would normally start inside of the booster. But because the booster, or the game blocks you out of that, you can't start in a block. he gets pushed out and then can get the booster immediately. Oh, that's so clever. And then immediately goes to the right here. Clean line, a drop down onto this. Then just across here. And then a bounce down onto the bumper. Clean line into a wall ride. Bounce up into another roof hit. Then get a booster again immediately. And then over the wood and into the finish. Now my only question is like, why is this not even faster? Because this looks insane. This looks so insane. I wanna watch this again. Right here, this bump, but with a different angle. Where you can actually see what's going on. Because so he placed this here. This block, by the way, I gave it for this exact purpose. So he bounces here. And then flings backwards, is sideways on the roof, actually drives on the roof upside down, plastic bounce here into the wall, right? And then jumps out of this into another wall, right? Gets the checkpoint, by the way, on the side. I didn't even realize that yet. He gets the checkpoint here on the side, like that. What the fuck? And then bounces up here into another plastic bounce down. And then towards the finish. 1 second faster. Holy shit. What the fuck? Okay. How do you go faster than that? Well, let's find out. Because the next one by Stratos. That's significant. Stratos was in the top 5. And that is now a run by him. Okay. That is interesting. That's good news for Tenchi and Shorty for sure. 15.3. 1/10 faster than the previous one. Let's take a look at what Stratos does. Goes to the right, drop down, gets the booster there through the checkpoint. Then plastic bounce again, up here, onto another wood part, gets it on the side, barely even drives through the checkpoint, onto the booster here, and then to the outside, bounce, double checkpoint, yes! Yes, 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 that's why I built it like this. I was waiting if somebody was gonna be able to do this. I had no idea if this was even possible. I just left the option there. You might have noticed, why is this checkpoint so weirdly diagonal, right? It's specifically because of this. So that the option that you could bounce and then go through the top one, right here, like this, and then bounce down into the next plastic bounce checkpoint into the finish was open. I wanted that to be possible. As you can see, it's very hard to build. Very, very hard to build. But I wanted that option to be possible. And indeed, Stratos managed to make it work. Actually managed to make it work. Yeah, it definitely seems more consistent whatever you built last time, Tenchi. That's for sure. But yeah, jumps up here, gets the wood through the checkpoint, barely even touches it. Clean lines here, and then this is just so clean. What a beautiful here execution of this. One thing that I was worried about with this route is that you would lose too much speed. Like, you bounce up here, then you bounce down here, and now the problem is, like, as you're bouncing down, like, you would bounce really high normally, right? But because of that, he plays this plastic bounce here to first bounce himself forwards again. Like, he had a lot of horizontal speed, horizontal movement, but then gets the bounce here to then go forwards and get more speed in this direction. That's sick, honestly. That is sick. Also, the start is pretty fast. I think he loses a little bit of speed here, perhaps, with the checkpoint in the water. Like, that's definitely his slowest checkpoint. But other than that, insane stuff here by Stratos. How are there multiple runs faster than this? How the fuck? Dude, I just see it happening. Like, Shorty is gonna have a faster run than this, and it's literally just driving normal. Nothing special, he just drives normal, and somehow it's faster. Let's take a look at the next one. I'm calling him out because he did the same thing last time. The next one, wait, that's a new name in the top here. It's Falco Green. Holy shit, okay. From a 15.3, we're going to a 14.6. What? How? 14.6? What the fuck? What do you mean it's 8/10 faster? I thought it had to get close now. What? 14.6? What do you do? So he goes down here. Booster. Ah, he did it. He found it. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go. Okay, through here, through the checkpoint, through this checkpoint, and then into the finish. Now, a lot of you might have been annoyed at me for giving a water checkpoint. Like, how annoying is that? Giving a water checkpoint, like you have to go through the water. That's so bad, right? Normally, you would think that you have to drive through water, you get water weirds. Now, what you might have missed is that if you look below the water, the checkpoint extends further down. The checkpoint extends downwards, and at this level, you do not get water. And if you start, as you can see right here, inside of blocks, you can get rid of the wall here and just drive through the checkpoint. That was actually intentional. I was wondering if people would find it. Kinda built it for Shorty, because he did that on the first edition. But yeah, he drops down here. I don't think he used it actually though, we'll see. But yeah, booster here, goes through this. Now it's no wonder why this is so much faster. Completely ignores the water checkpoint. Goes up here, through the checkpoint. And then with the wood here across. And also a really clean line here through the checkpoint, through the triangle. I love, by the way, that people were able to find smooth transitions with this block. I've seen multiple people using this block already. It's really fascinating. Then through this, also just clean stuff and just straight to the finish. Like, as easy as that. Just clean stuff. But it's really cool. Like this puzzle here, as it's the final one for the season, I want to place all of the cool ideas, all of the weird stuff that people were able to do throughout the season. I wanted to give those options, you know, in this run or in this route. Like if you paid attention to the winners, to the fastest times, you knew a lot of these ideas that I placed into this map. So it's really cool to see all of this stuff like coming together now. But yeah. Just drops down the start, really interesting. Then booster here, just clean, drives across here with the wood, very, very efficient with the speed across this. Cool stuff, like really cool stuff by Falco Green here. And I think that was a first time submission, by the way, which is insane. What the fuck? Okay, I think we're in very, very serious territory here, but a lot of strong players are still missing. Oh, that's sick. Oh my god. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. So we have a player now that is coming up who I was really sad that they missed top 20 multiple times. Last time, they were finally able to get into the top 20 for the first time. And this time, another huge step forwards. Let's take a look at Leo's one, 14.3. Always barely missed out on top 20, and now with an insane run coming in for this edition. Drops down here, I can't even see. Fire found the same thing. Okay, I wonder if everybody will use this now. We'll see. Goes through here, over the wood, through the checkpoint, drop down. It's basically the same run. And then jump into the finish. It's basically the same run as the previous one. Just a little bit more insight here. Jump up as well to the flag, and then also the wood turn here, finding the same transition and then just clean it to the finish. It's basically the same idea, just a little bit faster, a little bit cleaner. Not using the bumper again. Everybody who predicted that the bumper is gonna win, I'm maybe feeling a little bit scared right now. We'll see, we'll see. Also, yeah, finding the same strat here again, also finding this block to land clean in this quarter pipe right here. As you can see, like this is so smooth. You keep so much speed with that quarter pipe landing. I want to compare runs with these. For that, I will quickly turn that off so as to not spoil anything. But let's take a look. Yes, I got them. Okay, here we go. So, Falco Green versus Leo. I believe that Leo is probably going to be ahead at the start, right? So they're both starting right here. And then dropping down. Falco Green is doing a small bug through, but then look at this landing. Look at this landing from Leo. So much cleaner, but therefore goes also one block further down. Falco Green is a lot higher up here, and with that might get a better entry and more speed through the next part. So goes through here, then go up earlier than Leo as well. Also here, goes more inside into the checkpoint and it's almost equal. Now here, they actually use the exact same blocks to get through this part. Also the same booster placement as well. But Leo just had the tiny bit more speed before. And then going into the finish. In the end of the day, it is a 3/10 gap between the two. Cool stuff, like really, really cool stuff between them. But yeah, we are getting to very, very serious territory. I think this might be top 5 already at this point. Well, let's take a look at the next one. Somehow faster, and it is Imperator with another 2/10. Oh my god, this is exciting. This is exciting. Okay, Imperator coming down here into the wood. Oh, that's sick! It jumps through the triangle. Plastic bounce here. It's this route again. We haven't seen it in so long. And then into the finish. Oh my god, we haven't seen this route since like 2 seconds ago or something. What a sick triangle there. That's so cool, jumping through the gap. Also, the plastic bounce down, they're really clever. The finish here is so fast. Like, the water doesn't phase him at all, basically, with this route. Dude, what a sick run. Yeah, also goes through the triangle here again. This is just clean. Really clean stuff. Plastic bounce down here is, again, like, just keeping grip. Then clean line here, gets the booster on this. And then here, like, there's water, but what does he care about the water? Like, who cares about this water? If you can just drive like this. Of course, this time we gave water blocks as well, so that you could actually get rid of the corners here and stuff, and the walls, so that you can actually drive through them. But yeah, that's sick. That is really sick. Going through here, what a clean run by Imperator. That's good points for him. He will move up with that quite a bit. He has a much better position than Stratos. But will that be enough to catch up to him in 5th place? That's the question. That is the question right now. I don't know yet. Also, the start is like really clean. Dropping down here, similar to what Leo did earlier. But then wood through here and then this gap. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. That's sick. And through this again, that's so good. Through the checkpoint here, booster, clean stuff. That is really clean stuff. Now, I do want to take a look at something. You know what? I'm gonna do something that I've not done before, and I will tell you, there are 4 runs left. There are 4 runs left that we will take a look at. 4 runs. And the fun thing about that is that all 4 of them are in the top 5 of the season. So if we take a look at the season again, we can see right here, there's 4 players missing. Those being LD, David H, Shorty, and Tenchi. Those 4 players are missing. Now the question is, how will they position themselves in these last rounds now for this decision here? For the other question, by the way, Imperator got really good points here, but will it be enough to catch up to Stratos? I don't know. It will be tough. It will be tough. Dexter, Marius, and Isfo, by the way, did not submit. And also Smithy did not submit. It is down to these 4 players now. Now let's take a look at who the next one will be after this. Let's take a look at the 26th run that we are looking at so far. And it is... Wait, I think I messed something up. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. Uh-oh. Wait, I can't look at it. Hopefully I didn't do one too much. It is? Okay, I didn't mess it up. It is Tenchi. Tenchi coming in with a 14.05. 14.05 by Tenchi. Let's take a look. Goes down here, through the checkpoint, found the same thread again, onto the wood here, then onto the plastic, through the checkpoint, gets it barely on the side there, and then into the finish. Sick run. What a sick run here. That's so clean. It's so fun to see so many different routes now coming in here. but none of them taking the bumper, which is so funny. None of them taking the bumper. They're all ignoring the bumper. But like, if you're doing stuff like this, going through the checkpoint like that, jumping up here into another booster, through the checkpoint here, finding a different strat there as well to the others. Insane. Like, this is so clean. Dropping down like this as well into the bottom here, into the booster, into another booster here, into the final checkpoints. Sick stuff. Sick stuff by Tenchi. Then the next one that we're gonna take a look at from the ones that are missing, from the top players, number 27, it is going to be Shorty. Oh my god. It was decided by how much? Tenchi had a 0.05 and Shorty also has a 0.05. There's no way. There's no way. You guys decided it by like a few thousands. The season decider. Well, it was decided by a few thousands only. What is this? A 0.055 versus a 0.51. How the fuck? That's insane. Oh my god, we're gonna take a look at that comparison as well, but let's take a look at Shorty's one now. What did Shorty do? Is it the same route or not? Drops down at the start. Also found the same wood here. Also jumps up here through the checkpoint, then going wide around there. What is that line? And then through here and into the finish. Oh yeah, you guys basically found the same route. That's really funny. That is really funny, to be honest. Let's take a look from Tenchi's perspective here. So Tenchi with the similar start here to Shorty, then going with the same blocks as well, then jump up here, also onto the same block I think, but here Tenchi actually is faster, and then goes more inside. But it looks like this weird line that Shorty is doing, where he's going around like this, seems like he actually got more speed. Goes around like this, through the triangle, is behind Tenchi right now, but does have more speed. Jumps across here, and then into the finish line. Oh my god, they're on completely different areas of the finish block. What is this? What is this? Tenchi is down here, and Shorty is at the top, and then it gets decided by that. That is the difference between them. That's insane. Okay, what is happening with Shorty's start, by the way? What is going on here? Okay, you block mixed this in, by the way, as well. I saw that as well. That was one idea that I had. I don't know if Tenchi did that as well. But yeah, bounces, this pushes you a little bit to the left, I believe. And then, where are you even clipping through? Oh, you're clipping through this. Oh, from this side. You're clipping through this, and then this, and then this. Oh my god. Then dropping down here. Oh my god, Shorty, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's why you did this. You're bouncing backwards. You can see here, Shorty is a little bit positioned differently and then bounces off this edge of the platform to drop down into the plastic here. Holy shit. That is so scuffed, and you didn't find the obvious solution. Like, there was literally one block. This block right here, you would have just had to place it literally 180 degrees, and it would have solved all of your issues. You literally only needed to place it 180 degrees, and it would have solved everything. That's funny. Alright, but that's it. Shorty versus Tenchi here with the fight. 0.05 for both of them. But that means, with only 2 runs remaining, the season leaders as well come in at last. And let's see who of them wins the final edition. It's LD and David H with the final 2 runs. And let's see who wins. The second place for this edition is going to be LD. LD getting second place with just another 0.04 of a second faster. Holy shit, that is close. Did you find the same route? Dropping down here. No, of course it's different. Of course it's different. It's always different. Somehow it's always different. Goes through here, onto the wood, then jumps down there, and with the booster across into the finish clean. That's really funny. That's really funny that we have this route again. We've seen this quite a bit at the start, but then it kind of was neglected for the last few runs. But yeah, it just drops down here, drive through, clean stuff here onto the wood, then also through here with the booster, wood really clean, like really clean, especially that wood is super clever, and just drop down onto another booster and finish. That's simple. That's what happens when you don't get the sub, of course. All of you guys missing the sub, that's kind of funny. Well, let's see if David H was able to get it, if that would have been enough or not. We'll see. But yeah, one thing that a few other people also found already, but I didn't find time to mention it, is this right here. This block right here. Now you might notice, this block I haven't given you. Why does this block exist? It actually exists when you interlock this block facing this way and this way. I didn't find time to say that yet, but this is a really cool find here to interlock those two together. Then jumping up here through the wood. This is just clean. Like this is clean. Going through here with a triangle, clean. This transition from wood onto the black platform like this is so good, to be honest. Onto another wood block. Then placing a roadblock through here and then actually using dirt with another wood grip there to then go tight through the checkpoint, drop down into the checkpoint down here again, into another booster, and then finish. That is LD's run. With that, LD is also winning the season. Second place was enough for him. I think he needed to get minimum like top 5, top 6 with David H winning. But let's see now, the final run, the final winning time of the big puzzle competition. Let's take a look what David H cooked up. We're going in. It was a 0.01 by LD. And what does David H have? There's no way! This is not real. It's 2 seconds faster! What? What do you mean it's 2 seconds faster? What? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Well, he didn't get the sub. True, you also missed the sub. Clearly. What do you mean 2 seconds faster? Holy shit. Oh my god. If I could give an extra point, I would give it, but what the fuck, David H? Let's take a look. Holy shit. So he goes down here, gets the checkpoint there, into this, and now we start bumping. What is that? Dude, how is that possible? I knew it had to be faster. I knew it. Oh my god. Holy shit, is that clean? What the fuck? Actually going to the right. How? Dude, how many checkpoints did you get there? Technically it's only 2 checkpoints that you're getting. But you're getting the 2 difficult checkpoints that are out of the way, you know? Like most players, when they did this bumper strat, they went for the checkpoint like here in the middle, right? And if you're going for the checkpoints in the middle, that means you necessarily beforehand have to go once to the left and once to the right, you know? You have to collect those first. So that actually makes so much more sense to get the ones in the middle and on one side early and then get the ones on the other side. 2 seconds! What the fuck? The Doubters definitely getting screwed here. There were 3 or 4 runs in a row without a bumper, but then the winning run wins with a bumper. Oh my god. Into the booster here. Then this is just so clean. Like there's just nothing to say. This is just insane. Can we have a comparison? I don't know if we need a comparison. This is half speed, by the way. I need to watch this ending once in 1/10 speed. Okay, that's maybe a little bit too slow. Here you go. So you're backsliding into it, by the way. Into the bumper. Then slide on the same plastic block that you landed on. Then into a looping through the checkpoint. And then, how difficult is that? How did you make that? How did you ever survive this? How do you even find out that that is possible? And then another plastic bounce here, and it needs to be placed in the exact right position to get into the finish. Hey, holy shit. That's the most deserved 50 euros I have ever seen for winning this edition. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's insane. Backside here again. It's like, this is normal speed again. Like, this is the normal speed. Like, I'm getting a headache from this. I'm getting lightheaded from how fast this is. I just can't believe it. Wow. That's so clean. I mean, also the start is clean. Like, but what are you using here in the start, by the way? Why are you're starting in water? Why are you starting in the water? Is that a thing that's faster? Does this push you down or something? Like, why are you starting in water? Like, David H is like beyond my mind, you know? Like, he's just too smart to even comprehend. You're not touching the water. Yeah, but is the blocked? Is it? Oh, okay. It's just is it just to here flick you down? So that you're starting in this and then you clip downwards, and then you have another block here as well to push you sideways. You're just using it to block down. Okay, I see. I was wondering if there's like something higher level that I'm missing somehow. Oh my god. But yeah, also finding the clean drop down here into the quarter pipe, which is very fast. It's definitely the fastest way to get the bottom checkpoint. Then also here, just instantly going tight through this. Just grab the checkpoint on the side with the wood. Clean lines through here. So many blocks placed clean through this, through the checkpoint here. And then also into the finish. Insane stuff. Insane stuff. Well, we can take a look at the comparison once, but I don't think it's going to be much of a comparison, to be honest, between LD and David H here. So they're starting off similarly. So they're dropping down like this into the start. David H is actually faster here already into the first checkpoints. And then into this, actually quite a bit faster with this. But of course, then spent a lot of the good blocks that you might need later on. But already at this point, it's like a second faster. But then adds the bumper as well. Like, David H is behind Eddie here. Eddie is just driving normal. But then David H does that. Okay, no, the comparison was a good idea. Never mind, I take it back. The comparison was a very good idea. What the fuck is this? Bump up like this and then completely get sniped. Honestly, it's gonna be funny as well from Eddie's perspective. Oh my god. Okay, let's take a look at this. So this is like LD driving normal. Top 4 in the season, also being top 4 in the last edition. That's poetic, yeah. Drive. Bro, this is like Honda Civic versus Formula 1 car comparison or whatever. Or like I don't know, my old Ford Focus or whatever like that versus a Formula 1 car. Bro, what is this? Dude, it's so satisfying. This is so satisfying to watch. Oh my god. Like, insane. Like, that's just so insane. Holy shit. Okay, now with that, yeah, the Neum is so good. Like, that's a good Neum, if I've ever seen one. Okay, I need to take a look as well, because I have a Google Sheet here as well, where we now can take a look at the final standings as well. Also done by David. Thank you very much to him as well again. So here we go. So with that, round number 1 was won by David H. Round number 2 won by LD. Round number 3 won by LD as well. Round number 4 also won by LD. He did a 3-peat there. Then 5th round won by Tenchi, and then the final round won again by David H, getting himself 15 points and another 50 euro as well. LD getting 2nd place, Shorty 3rd, Tenchi 4th, and then after them came Imperator on 7th place, Leo on 6th, then Falco Green on 7th place, I mean. Then Stratos 8th, Alex with the 9th place, and then Pilosos 10th. And then you also have here Penguin Slide, Cube, Rockskater, Luboy, Kaganiki, Mad Sets, Nebula, iTwitch, Hampton, and Funny Puts rounding out the top 10. Then we also have here the standings, where we can see LD winning the season. Congratulations to him with 74 points, which is honestly so insane. 74 points. to his name, winning 300 euros and also a bonus 150 for winning the individual editions. Of course, again, huge thanks to Big, of course, who were sponsoring the prize before this entire season. Of course, there's a reason why it's called Big Puzzle Competition. So them sponsoring was very nice. Then also David H on second place, 170 euros plus 100 euros as well, 270 total for him. Wait, true. I did say that I wanted to give one extra point to David H for the insane end. You know what? He's getting the extra point. Never mind. I can't edit this one because it's made by someone else. Shit, never mind. He gets the extra point. David H will get the 69 points. For that finish, for getting to 2 seconds, he will get the extra point for me. He gets 16 points for the final one. Just for that. Then Shorty, 43 points, taking home 3rd place. Also, congratulations to him. Really nice to see. Then Tenchi on 4th place, but actually getting the same amount of money as Shorty because Tenchi was able to win in addition. And then Stratos rounding out the top 5 with 40 euros. Then Smithy Imperator tied on 6th place. Dexter on 8th, Marius on 9th, and Isfo on 7th, on 10th place. After that, we have also Alex, Rockskater, Josh, Matsats, Leo, Schuldenberater, Falco Green, just competing once and was able to get into the top 17. Nida, Joso, and Vanturi Kadru rounding out the entire top 20. Again, thank you all for participating in the season. I hope you had fun. Any feedback, what we can do better if we're gonna do another season ever about this. If there's any feedback that you have to make this more exciting, please leave it in the Discord or in YouTube comments as well. But yeah, insane stuff here. Congratulations again to LD, David H, Shorty, Tenchi, and Stratos, who are going home with the money, of course. Also, in the end, the only winners were the top 4 as well. It was David H, LD, and Tenchi were the only ones who were able to win so far. Second place is going to once again to Marius. Marius got twice second place when there was a prize for winning. So that's a little bit unlucky, not gonna lie. And also Shorty going home with a second place. Okay, boys, in the mud in terms of winning. But yeah, sick stuff. XP Evo special, that would be cool. That would be cool. Maybe we'll think about it. But yeah, that is the final puzzle edition for the season done. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And maybe see you in another session again or in another season. We'll see. I will take all of the feedback and the stats and everything from this edition into account, of course. And we'll see if we host another one or maybe venture into some other directions. Maybe we try some kind of different tournament next time. We'll see. But yeah, that is it. Thank you again and peace.